Merv, what do you think has changed where these games at the end you're finding ways to win them? Or maybe that didn't happen the first month of the season.
I would say we just, you know what I'm saying, we're more locked in on, like, the people and personnel and what they do and stopping them. So, like, the key for this game was, you know what I'm saying, to blitz Nelson coming off lift. So here he don't have a shot, so we know, like, at the end he was going to try to take the game-winning shot, and it just wasn't going to happen because we were going to blitz him, keep blitzing.
Merv, how do you feel about this team after this weekend?
I feel good. I always felt good about this team. We just, you know what I'm saying, we just need to stick together, you know what I'm saying, and pull out together. It's just all about us right now. So that's what we focusing on.
Kev, Merv, again, 16 points, makes every free throw. How much has he had an impact this year? Is this the best version of Merv?
Absolutely.
Did he put together an all-MAC kind of season?
I think so.
I
know so. No, absolutely, man. And Mervin will tell you, last year I was on him early. I think it was just an adjustment period, learning some of the different things that we needed him to learn in our program. Offensively was never a question mark. It's just when you're adjusting to a different program, different coach and things, it takes time. I mean, now Mervin's been here. He's comfortable, one of our leaders, and we know what he's going to give us every day, right? And he's pretty consistent in practice and in the games and off the court as well. So, again, I'm not surprised. He's earned it. He worked hard. Went home, got into best shape. He was in the gym every day.
Merv, you had to learn how to pace yourself in games a little bit. Like, when you have fewer than 2 fouls at halftime, does that make the game different for you, the way you can play in the second half?
Yeah, it changes the game a lot. The coaches be telling me, like, to just let them score, like, the easy, because, like, I'm a big impact on the game, like, rebounding-wise and scoring-wise. So it's like, me staying in the game helps the team, and, like, I noticed that last year when I knew, like, I was, you know what I'm saying, foul trouble a lot. So, you know what I'm saying, I took that to myself to, like, play defense, because I ain't never been a liability on defense before. So I just locked in more on defense, went home, traded, got stronger, you know what I'm saying, just focused more on defense, because I know I could score.
Kevin, 23 made threes for the two opponents. This weekend, how much does the perimeter defense need to...
Yeah, we got to get better. Got to get better. We were getting better. We were holding teams down. And, you know, both games now, our opponent scored 7 threes the first half. And then the second half, we ended up only giving up 3 of them. So, again, sense of urgency a little bit and just knowing, scouting, and trusting, right? I think sometimes we worry about getting beat on the drive if we close out hard on shooters. And once we figure it out, then we're fine, but we got to figure it out a little sooner.
Can better starts to the game help with that, too? Because it just seems like you've fallen behind early in
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that today wasn't as bad. I mean, we got down at 2 at half, but I thought we were there for the most part. And again, you know, we'll get better. We'll keep working on it, and we're emphasizing it every day. So it's something that we'll continue to practice on.
And Coach, for the great win today. And currently with the way the game is going with NBA and college, the 3-point success rate is really what wins games. But you guys have really been able to keep these games close and win these games without having the 3-point as a factor. Can you speak on to what the key to success with that type of point distribution?
Well, you better be pretty dominant in the paint, right? Because you know, if you're giving up that many points, so we're 34 to the 26 today. Again, it's not that we can't shoot them, right? We're streaky. Let's just put it that way. But again, we just play. I mean, before the 3-point line, everybody just played basketball. I think there's a big time value to the 3-point line. Don't get me wrong, but if you're not a great 3-point shooter, what else do you do? You got to defend, right? You got to execute, and you got to make those shots inside the 3-point line that you're supposed to make. Because again, you know, we're giving up 3s over 2s.
Yeah. And so you won your first 3 MAC games, and then you lost your next 3, and then now you won your 3 straight. So how do you plan on keeping that trend not happening anymore?
Keep praying, man. That's all I can tell you. Just keep praying. I don't know. Just getting better. Keep praying. These guys know what is at stake every game. It's a tough-ass league, man, you know. But we're in a better place. Don't forget, DJ was a little banged up at one time with a concussion. But we're in a good place.
And Bakari, in like the small sample size he has, he's 10 for 16 from 3. And when he picks up visually, is like how much he impacts that team with that type of vibe and stuff like that. Are you trying to find more minutes for him with that type of?
I am. He's earned it, right? When he comes in, he makes some type of impact, right? I thought today he did a good job on Nelson. Nelson was right at the basket and missed some close ones, and Tokes affected that. And, you know, I think he's comfortable now knowing, and our guys trust in him. you know, the great thing was when we subbed him out, everybody in the huddle was like, great minutes, Tokes, great minutes, Tokes. So that's a team. You know, that's a team that's coming together that relies on everybody, because everybody, there's different guys every night that's doing different things to help us win.
And the free throw shooting, because I know
Awesome.
you and I have sat on this
Oh yeah,
table many
oh yeah,
times.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I've had some teams that couldn't make free throws, and this guy here is infectious with that. Him and DJ and AP, everybody, you know. So again, man, that certainly helps you win games.
I'm just curious, when Nehemiah misses the first one, 2.3 seconds left, do you want him to miss this? It's kind of a weird, you know, 'cause
No. When it was 1.9, we were going to have him make one and miss one, right? Then when it went to 2.3, it was like, okay, let's make that free throw, because it seemed forever when Nelson was dribbling down the court, man. So again, and give Neat credit that he made that, because that was huge. So that was the difference of the time in the game.
And Mervyn, this last question. Visually looking at you guys see this culture, right? You guys are family, you can see that. And compared, not saying anything bad on the other side, but like you don't see that on the other opposition when I'm watching even out here, watching your games, or even in person. So can you speak on your guys' culture and what that really means to you guys?
I would say that, you know what I'm saying, we be with each other every day, so like our bond is very tight. So basically like you know what I'm saying, we live with each other, you know what I'm saying, we eat with each other, so everything we do together. We go to class together, everything. We really like, you know what I'm saying, we always together. So I feel like our bond is big, because everybody team not like that. Now we could tell, like, so like when we was at Iona and dude missed the shot, his coach started wilding, so we was like, yeah, we took advantage of that. Because I ain't never seen that coach act like that before. So like when we be together, we stronger together. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
So
like,
do you think that's a big positive now? Because you guys are one of the most experienced teams in the country, right?
Mhm.
Do you think that's really going to be a key component in March now, with you guys being one of the more experienced teams? And how does that affect the games currently?
Yeah, down the line in March, that's going to be big. It's going to be big for us. The more we stick together, the more games we're going to be able to pull out.
All right. And then, Coach, I have one last one for you. I remember vaguely in one of our interviews that you said you were talking about how low the team's self-esteem was after dropping a game. What really changed that dynamic into the point now where you guys are on a 3-game win streak and like hopes are looking up?
Well, we all had to go back and look at ourselves. Everybody's got to be accountable. It starts with me, right? And I just thought that we went back, we looked at everything that we were doing, what we could do to help our guys better. That was eliminating some plays and eliminating some things, maybe some different presses that we were doing. Maybe sometimes less is more, and that's where we got to with our guys. And we just tried to simplify some things. These guys have been in the classroom, so to speak, more too with our coaches in terms of watching more film and things. Actually, we watch it as a team, but sometimes we're not only just talking and telling them about it, but them visualizing it, see it on film and things. I think that's all helping as well. And then everybody willing to do whatever it takes for us to get back on this winning streak and hopefully continue to win.